feel like this video is going to be a struggle. I literally put a reminder on my phone for this morning to not go on social media because I was supposed to start this video yesterday, but then I forgot and I was just scrolling on Instagram before I even knew it. We're starting today though. I'm gonna do everything I can, like, just to not go doom scrolling. If you couldn't tell, I'm gonna go a week reading without going on social media. The main culprits are Instagram and YouTube. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to avoid YouTube. Instagram, I'm gonna do my best. And then I think like the other two might be like Goodreads and TikTok. TikTok I never went on too much to begin with. Goodreads I obviously just go on to record what I read. But I think I'm gonna try to not go on Goodreads either until the week is up. The main one to avoid this week is Instagram. I don't know why every single morning that I wake up, it's just like Instagram is the first thing I go on before I even get up from bed. And like without Instagram, I could be waking up earlier and doing like so many things, like reading. I haven't been reading too much this year. It's just been like this one giant reading slump all year, which is why we're going to be kind of experimenting with this video. No social media for one entire week. Honestly, this is probably going to be a good thing for me this week because I have a quiz on Friday and I have so much math homework that's due like tomorrow and just throughout the week. I think while I'm doing this video, I'm going to set reminders for myself on my phone to not go on social media in the mornings, maybe at night too. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just hoping this video will help me go on social media less because it takes up so much of my day. Anyways, yes, the book I'm holding in my hand right now is the book I'm reading right now. Before I talk about this, I wanted to show you guys. I went shopping the other day and I got like this giant, it's a dog. This thing's like so comfy. It's like a pillow. I don't know why, I just really like it. Also, I got this green chicken turtle. I have a keychain of sort of the same character. Hold on. It's like this thing. A friend got me this for Christmas. This thing has doomed me, okay? I don't know why I like this chicken so much. This chicken is like part of a plushie series. They're like the Dun Dun chickens, D-U-N-D-U-N. This one's part of like the Sea Creature series. I got them at a Miniso. There was like a 25% off sale going on in that Miniso, so I had to. It's just like I love these things way too much. Also, I bought a book the other day at Indigo. It's called An Ancient Witch's Guide to Modern Dating by Cecilia Edward. We're in the fall season now. I went to that Indigo to buy a specific book, but they didn't have it. And then I saw this one and I thought the cover was really cute. And then I read the back and I was really interested. It's been a while since I've been in a bookstore and I just picked a book off the shelf, read the back, and wanted to buy it, which again is why I wanted to do this video because I feel like we're so influenced by social media these days. I want to go back to those days when I was a kid and I just randomly picked a book off the shelf and was just interested solely based off of the description on the back. Also, this just seemed like a good book for the fall season. The book I'm reading right now is also good for fall. I feel like it gives off the dark old-timey fantasy vibes. So I'm reading Dark Rise by C.S. Picot. I read the Captive Prince trilogy by C.S. Picot so long ago, at least it feels like so long ago. And I remember just really liking the writing in that series. And right after that series, I searched up to see if C.S. Picot had any other books. Obviously, she did. This series is supposed to be a trilogy. The last book still needs to come out. I think it's coming out in 2026. And I'm really liking this book. I'm at like page, I think I stopped in the middle of a chapter. Or no, I didn't. I stopped at chapter 12 and I'm on page 136. I feel like it's been a while since I read like a fantasy series. Most fantasy books these days kind of have like that romantasy mix, and I try not to read romantasy books because they all feel the same to me. But like even if I try to pick up a regular fantasy book, there's still like that big romance aspect to it. This one feels more romance subplotty to me, which I actually prefer because you kind of have to work for it, you know? And I did spoil myself on who the main love interest is. I did go on Pinterest. I need to avoid Pinterest too. And I'm so excited because the main love interest has appeared once. I just want to know how the romance is gonna happen because they like haven't even talked to each other. They haven't interacted. They like made eye contact once and that's pretty much it. Also, I don't know how to explain this book. It's basically like this good versus evil, dark versus light thing going on. Like there's supposed to be some sort of big battle between dark and light. It's like this ancient war. It's kind of like on the side of light we have the stewards and our main character Will is a descendant from someone on that side, and then on the dark side we have like this dark king who's supposed to be reincarnated, reborn or whatever, and Will is supposed to be the key to defeating the dark king. It's really interesting because at the start of the book the setting is like not what you'd expect whatsoever. We start out on a dock with like a bunch of ships and I'm just like, wait, what's going on here? I don't know why, but the ships really help to give off like that old-timey feeling. And then the fantasy part, the magic is really subtle so far, but now we've kind of entered like this big world of the unknown. We still haven't really gotten an explanation for the magic system yet. We don't really know what Will is capable of yet. This is multiple POV. We have gotten like 3 characters so far. There's like 2 main ones right now. It's Will and Violet. Will and Violet kind of have like this unspoken truce friendship going on. Violet kind of got dragged into this mess, but she also has like this situation going on with her life and her family. I'm really liking liking this book though. It reminds me of the books I used to read when I was younger. Like, I don't know why it gives off that. I think it's just because the multiple POVs. Like, we're not getting the multiple POVs because there's a romance going on right now. We're getting the multiple POVs because they're necessary. And for some reason, that just reminds me of so many books I read in my childhood. It's just like that slow build up and the multiple POVs will come together at some point to create like this big thing. Also, the main love interest. We haven't gotten any chapters in his POV yet. I don't know if we will. We might not get it in the first book. I have a feeling we might get it in the second book though. But there was something about the main love interest that was kind of revealed. Also, another thing I spoiled for myself. I think there's going to be multiple romances and I'm so excited for that because I haven't read a fantasy book with multiple romances in a minute. So yeah, I have that to look forward to. I just want to know how the romances will start happening. Guys, okay, I've had like these moments of weakness where I just take like a peek at Instagram or something, but then I have to force myself not to click on anyone's stories or scroll. Like, I take a peek for 5 seconds max and then I just get off. Also, I did have to go on Goodreads, but that was for like recording video purposes. I recorded a video like a couple hours ago. That video just went up like 11 minutes ago. Also, normally I share like the video on Instagram, like the link, and I was about to do that, but then I just started thinking, wait, am I breaking the rules? Like, if I post my link to this video on Instagram, am I breaking the rules of this video? But then I thought, wait, the Goodreads thing was for video purposes and the thing on Instagram would be for video purposes. So like, I'm conflicted. I don't know what to do. Like, I've been trying so hard to stay off of social media. It's so hard. And my brain keeps trying to think every single time, like, wait, what counts as social media? Everything. It's basically everything. Anyways, I want to update you guys on my book. I'm now a little over halfway through Dark Rise and we have an unexpected alliance happening. And I believe it's with the main love interest that Violet is supposed to get with. Eventually, maybe. I don't know. I just saw fan art of them and I assumed. And then we're about to go meet James. Well, like, the intention isn't to go meet him. It's more to confront him or distract him. I'm really enjoying myself though. I'm having so much fun. Like, the other day when I was doing my math homework, all I could think about was like finishing as fast as possible just to read my book. And then guys, I'm supposed to study for my quiz that I have on Friday. I really don't want to study. I just want to read my book. Why couldn't I feel like this over the summer? It's just like when I actually have free time, I don't want to read, and then when I have work, I want to read. I am curious if we're gonna get any romance in this first book, because like there's been no romance whatsoever, which like I don't know why I'm so happy about that. I think I'm just really looking forward to it. Also, the POVs are starting to come together. Will met Catherine, which like I think I mentioned before, but Catherine is one of the side characters. We've been getting her POV, and like Will met her and he doesn't know who her fiance is, and that's so important. I was just thinking, Will, it's right there. Like, just keep asking more questions, Will. Figure it out. He didn't figure it out, which is why we're going to meet James right now. Also, I love Will and Violet's friendship so much. We're in like the beginning stages of found family. I'm thinking of going to the mall tomorrow to get the second book. I really wish I started reading this when the whole trilogy was out. Like, I get the feeling I'm gonna be in the worst reading slump after finishing the second book, and I'm gonna have to wait for I don't know how long for the third book to come out because there's no release date. I'm also just wondering when we're gonna see Will do magic. We still haven't figured out his powers yet. I wonder if that's also like a second book thing. Okay, I think I'm getting used to the no social media thing. I haven't been on it all day. I made it through a pretty good chunk of my book last night. I'm almost done. I think I can finish today, but I have to study for my quiz. I'm now on chapter 27. And guys, it's gone so good, but it's so devastating. Like, there's so much that happened. It's definitely a first book setup. Like, this first book is really good, but you can tell based off of this one, the rest of the series is gonna be so good. And like, even though I can tell this first book is kind of a setup, I'm still really enjoying myself. Also, Will is so smart. There was one thing I didn't think he was aware of, but he was. Like, he fully knows what he's doing. Well, he kind of knows what he's doing. From what happened in the last few chapters, I'm trying to think like what's gonna come after this, and I can't really think of anything. Like, this feels so different from other fantasy books I've read. Also, James and Will had their first conversation. I don't know if you'd consider it a good conversation, but I was just way too excited reading it. Like, you can tell there's this tension between them. Also, there was this one quote back on page 240 something that I really wanted to read to you guys, but I forgot. I'm now on page like 344, so I'm gonna try to go back and find that quote for you guys. I think I remember which page it's on. Yeah, I found it. Okay, the quote is, he'd never forget the moment James's eyes had met his. The sensation of coming home as though they knew each other. Like, I don't know why, I just like that line so much. There are so many quotes in this book that have given me chills, and just like the ends of the chapters. We've also gotten more POVs for some of the side characters. Even the side characters are really interesting. I also really like the setup of our main trio in this first book. The addition of Cyprian was really surprising. Also guys, I did go to the mall after class today, and I bought the second book in the series, Dark Air. I'm so excited. After Will and James met, I thought stuff might start happening between them, but nope, they're separated again. So maybe more will happen in the second book. Okay, yep, I see James's name on the back of this book. I really shouldn't be reading the back of this since I haven't finished this yet. I'm kind of scared for the ending of the first book. I'm wondering if it's gonna get like even more devastating. I finished my book. I'm actually shocked. Like every single thing that happened in this book, I thought it was gonna go one way and then it went the complete other direction. Everything I thought was gonna happen didn't happen, and it just shocked me even more. I got so many chills reading this book. It was actually insane. Also, wow, that ending, like the final few chapters were crazy. Like it's so different from what I expected. And there was this one chapter in the book where I started thinking, oh, okay, that's what's gonna happen in the second book. That's not what's gonna happen in the second book. I have no clue what's gonna happen in the second book at all. I don't even have any guesses. Like, okay, the only thing I can guess is probably the romances, but everything else, no clue. There were also so many things in this book that I thought weren't important that ended up being really important. It's just so different. I really loved it. My rating for this book, I'm giving it 5 out of 5. It's been so long since I've had a 5-star book. To like keep to the no social media thing though, I'm just gonna write it down in my notes that I finished this book, give it the rating in notes, and then enter it in Goodreads when this video is over. So yeah, once the week is up, I'll enter all the books that I finished in this video. From how the first book ended though, I'm so scared for the second book. There are so many just little secrets hidden everywhere. I'm so scared, but I'm really excited to read this. Okay, so we're now at the end of the day and the end of the week. It's been a couple days. I think you guys are used to this by now, but I didn't have time to read any of my book. I just had work and like a lot of math homework to do, and I really did intend on reading it. I even downloaded it on my Kindle, and whenever I went out, I just brought my Kindle with me, but there was just like no time to read. I did finish all of my homework and work for the week, sort of. I have one thing left, but other than that one thing, next week is like completely free for me, other than I have to start studying for midterms because I have 2 in October on the same day. I just found that out yesterday. Like there's this one teacher I have, he doesn't put the month name, he puts the number, and so I kept forgetting October was the 10th month, and so I thought one of my tests was in November. No, it's the same day, October 7th, I have 2. So yeah, I'm gonna try to find as much time as I can next week to read this because I really want to read it. It is fall, so I'm hoping to read like a bunch more cozy dark fantasies, maybe like fall themed romances. This week was pretty good though. It's been a while since I finished a book. Like the other weeks I would just start a book and then not finish it. So this was a good week. We finished one book and it was a good book. Like I really think this is going to be a 5-star series for me. I'm just hoping the third book will get a release date soon because okay, I did briefly go on the author's Instagram to see if there was like any sign of a release date. There's not. And then because I wanted to avoid social media, I started searching up online. No one has any idea when the third book's coming out, which I guess makes sense because the release date probably would have been on the author's profile if there was a release date. Other than like some little bits here and there, I think I did a pretty okay job of staying off of social media. And like even after I'm done filming this video, I'm probably still gonna try to stay off of social media more because it just consumes so much of my day and I have stuff to get done and other things I want to do. I think it's one of the reasons why I haven't been reading as much this year. There were a couple other social media platforms that I did accidentally go on this week. I did go on YouTube because 1, I had to post a video, and 2, sometimes I just forgot. But if I did go on YouTube, I would like remember, and then I didn't completely avoid YouTube, but I avoided book content just to like not be influenced, you know? And then weirdly, I think the social media platform I went on the most this week was Pinterest, because after I finished the first book, I just went on Pinterest looking at fan art. Normally, I only do that when I have a 5-star book, so that's why. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to do this again. This was like a good experience. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!